Chapter 7.3, Calculator Testing Claims Using P-Values. For your study on the food consumption habits of teenagers, you randomly select 20 teenage males and ask each how many 12-ounce servings of soda he drinks each day. The results are listed below. At alpha equals 0.05, is there enough evidence to support the claim that teenage males drink fewer than 3 12-ounce servings of soda per day? Okay, so I'm going to put all of this data in list 1 so that I'll have my data there. And the hypothesis that I'm going to test is mu equal to 3 or is mu less than 3? Because it says here they drink fewer than 3 12-ounce servings of soda per day. So since n is going to be less than 30 because we only chose 20 teenage males, the appropriate test is going to be a t-test. Remember, if it's 30 or greater than 30, then you take the z-test, but when it's less than, you take the t-test. And you're going to assume that the underlying population is approximately normal. So what you'll do is you go to Stats, go to Test, select choice number 2, which is the t-test, and you're going to select Data this time for input because you're going to have this data in L1. You're going to fill in all of your info and go down to Calculate and press Enter. Now remember, your info is going to be less than when you get to mu. And you're going to find out that the p-value is very small. It comes out to be a number that is written in scientific notation. When you see this E with the -7, that's actually scientific notation. And when you move that decimal 7 places to the left, because this is a negative scientific notation, this is what your answer turns out to be. And that is just such a small number that you say it's almost 0. And the p-value is going to be 0, and you're going to compare it to 0.05, and your conclusion is going to be that you're going to reject the null hypothesis. Anytime the p-value is less than alpha, then you reject the null hypothesis. So we're going to look at the calculator now. And let me pull this back up so I can see my numbers. So here's the calculator, and I've already put the numbers in L1. So what I'm going to do now is I need to get a mean because I don't have a mean yet. So I'm going to press Stat, and I'm going to go over to Calculate, and I'm going to find out that my mean is 1.925. Okay, so I'm going to go to Stat, over to Test, and the t-test is the second one, and that's the one I want. And I'm going to pick up Data, and I have to press Enter to get it to hold on to that. And I didn't really need my mean. I just wasn't thinking when I did that. Alright, so I'm going to put 3 here because the answer was 3. My data's in my list 1. My frequency is 1, and I want less than. So I already have that one highlighted, so I'm going to go down and I'm going to press Calculate. And when I press Calculate, you see there's the number that I was telling you about. There's the mean again, 1.925. There's the sample standard deviation. We know we had 20 entries. There's that number written in scientific notation. And remember, in scientific notation, what you do is you move the decimal 7 places. If it's negative, you move towards the negative numbers. You'll move that decimal 7 places, so you have 6 zeros and a 2 that you move the decimal around, and that is very, very close to 0. So the p-value is less than alpha, which was 0.05, so I reject the null hypothesis.